Can all of you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Good morning, Commission. My name is Adam Sanacore. I am a student at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Commission, allow me to give you a brief synopsis of why I'm speaking here today. In 2011, President Obama passed the NDAA without warning or reason. Much like the secret resolution that created the Federal Reserve without any debate under the Wilson administration in 1913, the people of this nation were caught off guard by the executive action that gave the NDAA life. Why? Because this bill gives our government the power to turn America into a despotistic regime that greatly reflects the dystopian society that great authors such as George Orwell warned us about in books such as 1984. Under NDAA, the federal government has the power to lock away anyone they want without any care for that individual's right to due process. With NDAA, the government is judge and jury, and the verdict will always be guilty. Sadly, this is only the beginning. As Senators McCain and Graham pointed out days after the passage of NDAA, the government is granted the authority to apply the measures of this law to Americans. NDAA literally gives our government the power to strip away the constitutional provisions of the Fourth Amendment and due process from the very people who live in a country that was founded on the principles of liberty, voluntarism, and self-rule. It's no wonder that after the passage of this legislation, Congressman Justin Amash stated on air that the NDAA was the single most unconstitutional act that he had ever seen. Commission, if you do not believe that the federal government would ever attempt to use this law to label Americans traitors that should be locked away, consider this. Since 2009, acts have been passed that have habitually labeled liberty activists as extremists. 2009's MIAC, 2010's DOJ report labeling constitutionalists as extremists, and military reports that define protest and activism as forms of low-level terrorism. Technically, if the latter of the items I mentioned was ever upheld, the speech that I am now giving could be deemed treasonous. To the Commission members who are seeking re-election in 2014, I urge you now to consider voting on this measure. If we are going to work to restore the principles of liberty in this country, we cannot rely on the centralized nature of the state to do it. Rather, we have to embrace the principles of the 10th Amendment and state nullification, thus allowing us to avoid any attempt by the statists in Washington to treat us as enemies. Before I finish my speech, I would like to quote Ludwig von Mises, one of the modern founders of the Austrian School of Economics. He himself understood the nature of evil from governments. He lived through the terrors of Nazi Germany, and he said in a famous quote that man should never give in to evil. I am asking you to take this quote to heart and to do the same. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.